jar could be. What if I told you that a single old penny hiding inside a forgotten coin jar could be worth up to $80,000 in today's collector's market? Sounds impossible, right? But every year, ordinary Americans discover rare coins in old piggy banks, inherited collections, garage sales, and even pocket change that turn out to be worth thousands, or sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. Today's countdown is one you absolutely do not want to miss, because we're revealing 3 ultra-rare American coins that collectors are constantly searching for. And one of them could be sitting in your home right now without you even realizing it. But here's the shocking part. Many people accidentally spend these valuable coins like ordinary change because they don't know the tiny details that separate a common coin from an incredibly valuable collector's treasure. We'll show you exactly what to look for. We'll explain why these coins became so valuable. We'll reveal the features that can increase their price dramatically. And we'll uncover the estimated values collectors are willing to pay in today's market for exceptional examples. So before you throw away that old jar of pennies, before you cash in Grandpa's coin collection, and before you spend another old coin, watch this video until the very end, because the next coin you discover could completely surprise you. If you love rare coins, treasure hunting, and amazing American history, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Coin Master USA, and let's begin today's countdown with an incredible coin that has fascinated collectors for decades. The 1945 wheat penny with no mint mark. Coin 1. The 1945 no mint mark wheat penny. Host. Our first coin today may look completely ordinary. In fact, if someone handed you this penny at a grocery store, you might not even look at it twice. It's small. It's old. Its bright copper color has faded into a deep brown. It may have dark spots from decades of natural aging, and most people would simply assume it's worth just 1 cent. But experienced coin collectors know something very different. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny remains one of America's most recognizable collectible pennies, and exceptional examples with desirable characteristics can command significant premiums over face value. So what makes this coin so special? Let's travel back to 1905. America was reaching the end of World War II. Millions of soldiers were returning home. Factories that had produced military equipment were preparing for peacetime production. The nation was changing rapidly. During this historic year, the United States Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln Wheat Pennies. The coin featured President Abraham Lincoln on the front. On the reverse, 2 wheat stalks framed the words 1 cent, a design that collectors affectionately call the wheat penny. Now here's where many people become confused. Some 1,945 pennies were struck in Philadelphia. Others were produced in Denver. Others came from San Francisco. If your coin does not have a D or an S mint mark below the date, it was struck in Philadelphia. That is what collectors mean by a no mint mark, 1945 wheat penny. At first glance, this alone does not make every 1945 Philadelphia penny rare. Millions were made, and most circulated heavily. Value depends greatly on condition, eye appeal, and whether the coin has any unusual minting characteristics or verified errors. Let's talk about the appearance. Many surviving 1,945 pennies have developed a rich chocolate brown color after decades of circulation and natural oxidation. Collectors often classify copper coins by color: red, red-brown, brown. A dark brown coin with old age spots can still be collectible, especially if the details remain sharp and the surfaces have not been harshly cleaned. One of the biggest mistakes new collectors make is trying to polish an old penny. Never do that. Cleaning can permanently reduce a coin's collector value. Original surfaces are usually preferred by collectors. Now imagine opening an old family coin album. You flip through page after page, and suddenly, there it is, a 1,945 wheat penny. No mint mark, dark brown color. Strong details on Lincoln's portrait. Clear wheat lines on the reverse. Could you have found something valuable? The answer depends on several factors. Professional grading services evaluate coins based on wear, luster, strike quality, surface preservation, and authenticity. Higher-grade coins generally command much stronger prices than heavily worn examples. Some collectors also search for unusual mint errors from 1,945, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or doubled features. Authentic error coins can be worth substantially more than ordinary examples, depending on the specific error and its rarity. Now let's discuss today's estimated value mentioned for this video. Some online listings and asking prices claim values as high as $80,000 for exceptional examples. However, such figures typically apply only to extraordinarily rare, authenticated coins, such as top-graded specimens or coins with significant, verified mint errors. A typical circulated 1,945 no mint mark wheat penny is generally worth far less. That's why authentication matters. Collectors don't simply pay for age. They pay for rarity. They pay for condition. They pay for originality. And they pay for coins that have been professionally evaluated. So if you believe you've found an unusual 1,945 wheat penny, avoid cleaning it, handle it carefully by the edges, and consider having it examined by a reputable coin dealer or a professional grading service. Think about it for a moment. How many old jars of pennies are sitting in closets across America? How many family collections haven't been opened in decades? How many valuable coins have been unknowingly spent because nobody recognized what they had? That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every old coin tells a story. Every scratch reflects a journey through history. Every collector dreams of making an unexpected discovery. And sometimes, that discovery begins with a simple wheat penny that most people overlook. So before you dismiss an old brown penny as worthless, take a closer look. Check the date. Look for the mint mark or the absence of one. Inspect the details. And if something seems unusual, seek expert advice before making any decisions. Because the difference between an ordinary coin and a remarkable collectible can come down to details that are easy to miss. And remember, this is only the first coin in today's countdown. The next two coins become even more fascinating with stories and values that continue to amaze collectors across the United States. Stay with us. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Next up, coin number 2. Coin 2, the 1927. No mint. Mark Wheat Penny. Host. Now it's time for coin number 2. And if you thought the first coin was exciting, wait until you hear the story behind this one. Imagine opening an old wooden box that has been sitting untouched in your family's attic for decades. Inside are faded photographs, old letters, military medals, and a handful of dusty pennies wrapped in yellowed paper. Most people would ignore them. But a true coin collector? They know that history sometimes hides in the smallest places. One of those pennies could be a 1927 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark. At first glance, it doesn't look extraordinary. The once bright copper has turned into a deep chocolate brown color. Tiny dark spots cover parts of the surface from decades of natural oxidation. The edges are worn. Lincoln's portrait shows years of circulation. Yet, despite its humble appearance, this coin has become an important part of American numismatic history. Let's travel back to 1927. The United States was in the heart of the Roaring Twenties. Automobiles were becoming more common. Jazz music filled dance halls. The economy appeared strong. And millions of Americans carried Lincoln Wheat Pennies in their pockets every day. The Philadelphia Mint produced 1,927 cents without a mint mark, which is why collectors refer to them as no mint mark coins. If you see no D or S beneath the date, your coin was struck in Philadelphia. That missing mint mark isn't an error. It's normal for Philadelphia cents of that era. So what makes collectors interested in these coins? Age is one factor. Historical significance is another. But the biggest factor is condition. Most 1,927 pennies spent decades in circulation, meaning they became worn, scratched, and darkened over time. Coins with sharp details, original surfaces, and little wear are much scarcer than ordinary circulated examples. Collectors also search for genuine mint errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or dramatic die cracks. Verified errors can make a coin much more desirable. Now let's talk about those dark brown spots. Many old copper coins naturally develop brown coloration over time. This process, called toning, is normal. Natural brown color doesn't automatically increase value. But many collectors appreciate original, untouched surfaces far more than polished or cleaned coins. That's why experts often give one important piece of advice. Never clean an old coin. Even gentle polishing can remove the original surface and significantly reduce collector interest. Now here's something fascinating. The internet is full of headlines claiming ordinary wheat pennies are worth tens of thousands of dollars. While there have been auction records for exceptionally rare top-grade examples, those are the exception, not the rule. For example, one of the finest known 1,927 Philadelphia wheat pennies sold for tens of thousands of dollars because it was an extraordinary, professionally graded mint state specimen with exceptional preservation. Most circulated 1,927 no mint mark pennies are worth much less. So if you find a 1927 wheat penny in an old collection, don't assume it's worth $60,000. Instead, examine it carefully. Look at the date. Confirm there is no mint mark. Check whether the lettering is sharp. Inspect Lincoln's portrait. Look for unusual features or minting errors. And if it appears to be in unusually high condition or has a genuine error, consider having it authenticated by a reputable grading service. That's part of the thrill of coin collecting. Every coin is a mystery waiting to be solved. Some turn out to be ordinary keepsakes. Others become treasured collectibles. And every discovery teaches us something about American history. So before you spend that old penny or toss it into a jar, take a closer look. You never know what story it has traveled through, or what collector might be searching for it today. But don't go anywhere, because the final coin in today's countdown is our most exciting reveal yet, and its story has surprised collectors for generations. Next up, coin number 3. Coin 3, 1942, Lincoln Wheat Penny, no mint mark. At first glance, this old dark brown 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny may look like nothing more than a worn coin. It has no mint mark, black spots, years of dirt, and heavy circulation wear. Most people would never imagine it could attract the attention of coin collectors. But here's the surprising part. While an ordinary 1942 Philadelphia wheat penny is usually worth only a few cents to a few dollars, certain rare varieties and mint errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors carefully inspect these coins for doubled dies, off-center strikes, wrong planchets, and other unusual errors that can dramatically increase their value. If your coin has no rare error and is in heavily circulated condition, it is unlikely to be worth $50. However, if it displays a genuine and significant mint error authenticated by a professional grading service, its value could increase substantially, depending on the rarity and collector demand. Before selling any old wheat penny, examine it closely under magnification, compare it with known error varieties, and consider professional authentication if you believe it has unusual features. Sometimes the smallest detail can make the biggest difference.